will bring to sharp focus starry vistas now blurred or unseen from Earth. The New South Wales government has been forced to admit it blundered over the controversial land tax. The Premier has cut the tax by 25% and will give rebates to those who've already paid. Militant and provincial government leaders on Bougainville have agreed to begin peace talks with the Papua New Guinea government in a fortnight. No venue has been announced so far, but it's expected to be on Bougainville. Late edition news, 10:30.
Quantum returns in a new series with the latest developments in all branches of science in Australia and around the world. An award-winning program with an award-winning team reporting from the leading edge of scientific research and development. A new series of Quantum, 8 o'clock Wednesday, ABC.
Australia, and welcome to the big gig. We are here, we are live, and it's great to see you. Well, look, I've got so much I want to talk to you about this evening, but really, of course, at the time, I haven't got any time at all, so I'd just like to do a quick impression. Quick impression, John Elliott blowing his nose. Thank you.
Yeah, come over here. Give me that bloody thing.
Speaking of legends in his own lifetime on the blues harp, this man has been a hero of mine ever since I first heard him, and he's here tonight live in the studio, and he's doing his thing with the swinging sidewalks. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. You thought I forgot, didn't you? Well, I didn't. Charlie Musselwhite.
update. In tonight's news, Margaret Thatcher hanged in effigy.
Population of effigy taken in for questioning.
And Joe Bjelke-Peterson denounces autobiography as the work of a madman.
For the 10th year in a row, the League of Truly Disgusting Nations has awarded the annual Adolf Hitler Peace Prize to Iraq for outstanding achievement in the fields of stringing up journalists, nuclear weapons, poison gas warfare, and blowing its Kurds away. In handing over the golden knuckle duster to the Iraq hit squad, MC Colonel Gaddafi said that in a world torn by disarmament, racked with international agreement, and teetering on the brink of democracy, it was a pleasure to find a real bastard who cruised the streets after dark with a cattle prod, hoping to catch the neighbours with their pants down. Iraq then received the traditional 21-gun salute that blew the first 4 rows of tables away.
Dogs. The good name of Australian greyhound racing took a slap in the face during the running of the Sally Ann Huckstep Home for Underdogs Cup in Sydney last night. First out of the barriers and up that bunny like Roger Rabbit on Reds was lizard drinking, followed by elephant juice, steroid chum, grievous bodily harm, kneecaps away, let's knock over 7-Eleven, bank job, prominent Sydney businessman, and shit, it's a cops making a sudden dash for the exit. At the first turn, it was all elephant juice with window dresser coming from behind, the colourful Sydney axe murderer, who wants a smack, Roger over and out, Hitman's pride, North Coast developer and Liberal Party fundraiser bringing up the rear as if nothing has happened. At the finish, it was elephant juice and licensing squad giving Bangkok girl an easy length. Controversy erupted when steroid chum and tucker box junkie apparently hallucinated on the final turn and led the rest of the pack out through the car park in a frenzied cross-country chase, which only stopped when they were shot by West Australian police for mauling tourists just outside of Broome. A prominent Sydney greyhound identity reassured reporters the dogs are a family night out. Everyone's a winner, especially if you mug a bookie on the way home. Back to the checks in the mail.
Oh, look, I've gone all hot. The next time you're in Melbourne and you're looking for something unusual for dinner, go to the Comedy Cafe and order a Rachel burger with some Trevor marmalade. It's kosher and, those buns. Here she is, Rachel Burger.
Thank you, Glenn, the Galloping Gourmet. Well, actually, I'm feeling very anxious. My buns, I can't believe you said that. I'm feeling very anxious today because it's right near Easter and I'm Jewish and everybody knows that the Jews killed Christ. Thank you, there's another one. Yeah, we did it. No, my family actually said no. We were there, but we said no because my family was doing the catering. We were there. They thought it was an outdoor rock and roll gig, like the Woodstock of Jerusalem, you know what I mean? Jesus and the backup sinners. There's too many Catholics in the room, I think. The 12 apostles were there, you know, they were doing the security, they had the plastic ID cards on and T-shirts saying no pass, no entry. St. John was there with his ambulance. I actually hate the whole idea of Easter because everybody eats like chocolate rabbits and chocolate eggs and everything. I mean, it's like the whole country becomes premenstrual, really, isn't it? Which is a good thing because I actually enjoy being premenstrual, really. I mean, it's good. It gives me a chance to go right through the main, you know, street of the city and go, get out of my way! Friends ring me and say, get off, I'm premenstrual! It's great. And I had all those ads they have for women, you know, like the sanitary napkin ads or the panty liner ads. Because you know what they're like? They're sort of these women in little Laura Ashley floral dresses and they're really happy. They're stepping out of the show and saying, oh, I'm just leaving now. I'll just put a tampon in while I'm leaving. It's not like that, ladies, is it? Really? No. No, because you really turn into a monster, don't you? Something happens to your hormones overnight and it's like, she's back. She's meaner than hell. And this time, she's premenstrual. Thimble. I'm your worst nightmare. It's great, isn't it? And the interesting thing is when you actually look at tampon ads, you realise how ridiculous they are. Like there's one for flirt tampons with 2 airhead bimbos in a Range Rover in the Nullarbor, right? You know that one? And they're sitting there, it's like, we've got no food or water, but it's fine because we've got Fleur in the glove box. I don't know any women like that. And the interesting thing is that Fleur tampons come in cigarette packs of 10. You're at a party and you're really drunk, you could make a dreadful mistake. Ultra mild. Guy comes over, let me light your cigarette. Oh, no, sorry, no. Scary stuff. And if you look at all these kind of products, it's incredible because they say things like, for feminine protection, so that you can feel confident every day of the month. What, with 2 pounds of cotton wool between your legs? How ridiculous. What kind of protection? It's like the feminine mystique has been buried in cotton wool for millions of Australian women. It's weird. And it makes me really anxious. I mean, apart from being Jewish at Easter, it also, this whole syndrome of, like, being the perfect woman really gives me a lot of anxiety. I was thinking about falling in love recently, and it was very difficult because I don't know the difference between falling in love and having an anxiety attack. The symptoms are the same, you know, the sort of tight chest and the heavy breathing and the constipation, you know. You go to a party and you meet someone and say, hi, I'm anxious. Oh, sorry, Rachel, sorry. So I was actually thinking, you know, for people like me who are pretty sort of neurotic and have a lot of nervous disorders, perhaps they could have a kind of Olympic Games. You know, like we've got the bid for the Olympics coming up and we've got the very advanced disabled Olympics. Perhaps we could have the psychotic Olympics. You know, like the manic depressive triathlon. It's where the contestant gets dressed, goes out and has a good time without making one suicide attempt the entire evening. Then we would have the agrophobics marathon, where the contestant runs 27 kilometres inside his own home. And then, of course, we would have the obsessives long jump. That's where the contestant jumps into the sand and then replaces the sand exactly how it was. Thank you very much. It's been great.
Terry Towling here for In the Way Live News. I'm 20 metres below ground in Central Australia and I'm in the very bowels of the top-secret Pine Gap Joint Defence Facility. I've managed to penetrate the security cordon with the aid of this key, which I found in the meter box, and I'm hoping to speak to one of the senior...
Hey, you!
Run like hell!
Wait a minute! Can I be on the TV?
I'm Terry Towling from In the Way Live News, and I demand to speak to the American in command.
You're talking to him. J.D. LaRue, technician in charge. What can I do you for?
Well, J.D., you can give me some straight answers to some hard questions.
Sure. Go ahead, shoot.
The typical warmongering, yeah. All right, you septic, is this base a nuclear target?
Hell no. Nobody even knows we're here. Why, security's so tight, even a fly couldn't get in. Strike one.
I see some of our local residents are giving you a bit of trouble.
Well, the locals like drinking booze and getting into fights, but them Aboriginals is real friendly. Why, one Aboriginal guy came in here last year with one of them tiny baby kangaroos.
A Joey.
I don't know what his name was, but it was a tiny baby kangaroo.
Its mother was probably run over by a car.
She was sucked into the engine of a B-52, actually. But anyway, this critter grew to be about 6 feet tall, always jumping around the compound, having fun.
Yes, they do make excellent pets.
Best Thanksgiving dinner I ever had.
Hey, your pet kangaroo.
Well, it was kill or be killed. It was a man-eater. We cooked up both its tails for soup.
A man-eating kangaroo with 2 tails.
Yeah, seemed to be particularly common to this area.
You don't think that's got anything to do with radiation from the base?
It's 140 degrees in the shade. What the hell would we need a radiator for?
So you don't see yourself as an aggressive presence here?
No. We're here for the interests of world peace. Lemons.
But what is the point of having a weapons stockpile so awesome it allows you to wipe out the enemy 10 times over?
We might miss the first 9 times. Strike 3. Uh-oh.
Oh no, now I'll never have my own chat show.
Don't worry, this happens all the time. Why, we're as safe as houses.
Our next guest is in advertising, so we can't show you his toothbrush, but we can show you both of his faces. Here he is, the man with the red glasses, Adam.
Hi guys, Adam here, that's A-double-D-A-M. As you know, I belong to one of Australia's leading advertising agencies, Blojo. At Blojo, we're always aggressively looking for exciting and new accounts, and that's why last week I decided to pitch for the big one, McDonald's. So I chopped up a couple of lines of the old "You Can't Beat the Feeling" and went to see the top cheeseburger at the Golden Arch. I said, Macca, Big M, McMay. I don't want to piss in your McPocket in any way, shape or form. But as far as I'm concerned, you are responsible for the distribution of more styrofoam clamshells across the world than any other fast food peddler in the known universe. But, A, you're about as popular with the greenies as a pair of dog balls on a wedding cake. B, your organisation is run by a clown. And C, all of the above. Now listen to me, muffin boy. What I'm suggesting is an incredible radical rethinking of your advertising strategy, OK? We've got to get some faces involved who have some sort of credibility with your Save the Planet demographic. Now, first of all, we've got to get a new Ronald McDonald. Get rid of that loser you got there at the moment. And I'm talking Pete Garrett with a red nose and wig. Hamburgers in midnight oil. Then we need some radical name changes in the product department. Now, forget that filet-o-ferret stuff. I'm talking the Bellamy Burger, Suzuki Shake, McFree-range Nuggets. French fries will become McRainbow Warrior fries. And maybe just McBastard fries. Then we need some new characters to suck the kids in. Piss off the Hamburglar. I'm talking Ozone Eric, Rainforest Rick, Biodegradable Derek, Recycled Sewerage Sally. And then we need a big publicity stunt. We've got to send off those prepubescent puss heads you got behind the counter, send them off to a health farm with a vat of Topex. Get in Sting's South American Indian mates, the ones with the plates in their gobs, you know. What a gimmick. The Indians serve the customers their orders on the plates. Yes, sir. One McNative novelty burger plate, certainly. Would you like a Greenpeace membership with that? Now listen, bun brain. Unless your mind has the same density as one of your thick shakes, you'll listen to my suggestions. Otherwise, without a doubt, you can bet your sesame seeds within a month or two, your whole organisation will be completely McStuffed. Well, unfortunately, he didn't have the vision to listen to my ideas, and in fact, he told me to burger off out the front door. Anyway, speaking of exploiting third world resources, as we say at Blojo, excuse me while I blow a little Bolivian. Check you later, okay?
Love, they're having a ball. Lucy, Matthew, Timmy, put that baby back in the pram. They're babysitting Doris's latest.
Doris has had another one.
Yeah, Eugenie Victoria.
I thought Doris had had her tubes tied.
Yeah, she has, but apparently it was a slip knot, love.
Joy, is the coast clear?
Yeah, right, come on out, love.
Oh, thank God. Well, do I look like the Easter Bunny?
You look exactly like the Easter Bunny. It is a masterpiece.
Oh, it's fantastic. So convincing. Can I just say one thing, love?
What's that, love?
Those ears, they really suit you.
You think so? You think there's enough boing in them?
Oh, the boing's perfect. Maybe a touch too much erection.
Oh, yeah, well, that's easily fixed. You just grab the end and bend it, yeah.
Matthew, Lucy, just leave Eugenie alone. You only have to change your nappy if it's wet.
Oh, that was close, love. I don't want the kids to see me. I don't want to spoil their belief in the bunny.
Right. Get that hose out of the pram! And maybe she wet herself. Sorry about that, love.
Oh, that's all right, love. That's all right.
Look, that is magnificent. That must have taken you hours to sew that.
Oh, don't talk about it. I didn't sleep a wink. No. Jack was up all night riveting the tail. And Loretta had a hand in it too.
Oh, Loretta. She'd have a hand in anything. Did you see her at the kindergarten committee meeting? Red leather boob tubes.
All right.
Has that woman not ever heard of tracksuits?
Oh, Joy, calm down. I ran for Loretta's advice. Now, apparently she's an experienced bunny. Yeah, well, your one told me. Yeah, apparently she does the footy fundraisers, cricket do. She's very, very good.
Oh.
Yeah, she gave me 3 tips. She said, 1, smile at all times.
Right.
2, position tail correctly. Good. 3, bend from the waist. I didn't quite understand that one, but anyway.
So how did it go down the plaza, love?
The job started off beautifully. Yeah. I hopped into Kmart, and by the way, they've got those. Sorry, love. They've got those undies in stock. You know, the ones with He-Man, Superman, Phantom on the groin.
Yeah.
$4.98.
$4.99. Thank God for that. You know, Matthew won't wear anything else.
No.
Matthew, get off the dog. I just hope they're not having an effect on his personality.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, it was going beautifully at the store. I was doing everything you told me. I was hopping, I was, twitching, doing everything. Thanks for those coaching tips, by the way, Joy. I've always said you're my Ron Barassi.
Oh. Steady on, Jude. I shaved yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, doll, it was going beautifully, absolutely beautifully, but I was behaving like a real rabbit.
Oh, well, you like Doris.
How many kids has she got now?
12.
Oh, my God. Anyway, apparently I got a bit carried away. Yeah. Forgot a very important acting technique.
What's that, love?
Breathing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, fainted. I was out for the count.
Yeah.
And according to all reports, I was plundered right there in Kmart. Completely stripped of my eggs.
Oh, gee, Doris would envy you.
Wouldn't she, though? Oh, anyway, I had thousands of kids jumping up and down on top of me.
Is there no discipline? Timmy, Matthew, Lucy, will you get the dog out of the pram? Down, Satan, down! Dog Satan!
Joy, don't worry. Bull terriers love the babies.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, anyway, the worst thing is I've got the sack.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
After all that work you put into your bloody little suit.
Oh, it's not going to waste. Loretta's just rung. She wants me to be the bunny at the footy club turn tomorrow night.
Oh.
Won't Jack and Walt get a surprise?
They will. Timmy, Matthew, Lucy, untie Satan from the pram. He is not a horse.
Untie him at once! Oh, shit, I've blown my cover. The kids have seen me.
Oh, that's not your worst problem. So is Satan. I think he thinks you're a rabbit, love. Back, Satan. Satan, whoa, boy, whoa. Get out, get out. Satan, get out. Get out, boy. Get out of it, you mongrel. Come back with that pram.
Don't worry about it, Joy. Doris has got 11 others. She won't even notice. Okay, see you later.
Thank you. Now, this is the first time that our next performer has performed on the big gig, and already 5 people have called in to say how much they absolutely love him. He's doing his show in Melbourne at the moment at the Hilton Comedy Room, and he's just stepped off the plane all the way from the USA. Please make him welcome Wayne Cotter.
Literally off the plane is the truth. 27 hours. Thank you very much. Ow. I ate the food. Why don't I know not to do this anymore? I'm always in row 99 and they come through there. Steak, chicken, or fish. Steak, chicken, or fish. Steak, chicken, or fish. Takes forever because the people are such morons. What? What were the choices? What? Steak, chicken, or fish? I can hear it back here. Is the fish fresh? Yeah, we got a net hanging off the back of the plane. Would you like to dine out on the pier this evening? Take chicken or fish. They always bring you coffee on a plane. That's what you need when you're cooped up for hours and hours. Fifth cup? Thanks. Can I jog in the aisle? I wear my seatbelt. I love being wired out of my skull and strapped down to a chair. Wasn't allowed to have coffee as a kid because of the caffeine, but all the Coca-Cola I could drink. My parents had no idea why I rode my tricycle to Alaska. My brother's going out with a stewardess now. I get a big kick out of this, and not the brightest girl. She's stewardess for a cargo airline. Everyone walks down the aisle between packages. More string. Half the time you get on a plane, there's no row 13. The seats go 11, 12, 14. Does it make you feel good knowing the airline is superstitious? Cockpit, see rabbits' feet hanging all over the plane. Mechanics under the plane. Oh! The stewardess throwing salt over her shoulder. Your captain has asked me to inform you, step on a crack, break your mother's back. What accident is going to happen? Only the people in 13 die. The plane piles into a mountain, 800 miles an hour. Row 13 wiped out. You want to have fun, talk to the people in 14. That's really 13. It's boring on a plane. I always go to the bathroom. Even if I don't have to go, I just go back there and just push buttons and learn Spanish. Occupado, hey, you know. If I ever go to Spain, I'll be able to say, please do not throw paper towel in toilet. Last year I went to France. I don't speak the language. I had this stupid phrase book. I had to find the bus terminal. I look up, where is the bus? Où est l'autobus? Like I couldn't have made that up. And I walk up to a guy. I said, excusez-moi, où est l'autobus? He says, c'est toute la main, c'est de besoin, c'est de bedou, c'est de bedin. Merci. They have a section in there on dating lines for picking up women written out in French. Women, if a guy walked up to you with the book, do you live nearby? You go right home with this guy. What's he going to say when you get there? The engine makes a funny noise. You should have phrases in there Americans really need when we're traveling abroad, like, don't shoot me, I'm Canadian. I was actually in New York 2 weeks ago. I had to see my brother, who I always used to fight with. We get along now. My brother used to block the TV. I am so tired. Mom, he's blocking it. I am not. I'm just stretching. My mom always said the same thing. I don't want to have to separate you two. Mom, he kicked me and he blocked the TV. I don't want to have to separate you two. I don't want to have to separate you two. Mom, what kind of a threat is it to separate me from the worst human being on the face of the earth? Separate me. Build me a wing. And he poked me, too. He'd poke and... Mom, he's poking. Poking! So she said, what's the big deal? What's the big deal, Mom? Try this. See if this is a big deal. Finally, she made a rule. Finally, she said to him, don't touch your brother. Don't touch him. And I was so relieved, you know, till he came around. I'm not touching you. Just ignore me. I'm not touching him. You know, this hurts more than touching. There's electron beams coming off of it. I'd be begging him, please, touch me, touch me. I'm sorry, rules are rules. Thank you very much.
That was Wayne Cotter. And now, a woman whose tongue is faster than a speeding bullet. A woman who can leap a geranium bush at a single bound. And a woman whose slippers have to be seen to be believed. Here she is, Shirley Purvis.
Show yesterday, aren't they good? Oh, what a ghastly day we had too. Now, poor little son down, he got sick as a dog, poor thing. It was his own fault now. I bought him 6 show bags, right? He ate the entire contents, including his Spider-Man mask, before we ever got outside the church. It was the Redskins or the Big Charlie or the Fairy Floss that got him in the end, but whatever it was, it come up bright pink. to get everybody off the tilt-a-whirl and hose it down, you know, and I was all running in these bright pink rivulets all down the asphalt, you know. What it reminded me of was that polio vaccine they give to down on Blue White. Come to think of it, he vomited the day he got that too. He's prone to that sort of a thing. He often comes home from school with a little can of 2 fruits down the front of his shirt, a poor little thing. Of course, he's got a trauma about it. I mean, he has. He's got a ghastly trauma about it. Now, let me tell you about this now. It started about 4 years ago now. He's coming home from school for Easter holidays. Very exciting. Trips over and grazes both his hands, right? Well, he comes inside, he's crying his eyes out. Muriel Wotherspoon was there. She's the question from number 57. She comes in and, of course, she sees his bleeding palms and immediately thinks it's stigmata, right? And Darren was the reincarnation of Jesus. She gets down to her, she starts kissing his feet and speaking in tongues and quoting passages from the Dead Sea Scrolls. It was very creepy. Well, Darren didn't want to go back to Sunday school for weeks after that. I mean, why would you, too? And it was only about 2 years ago now. Now, go back a bit. I've got a few hours here. When Nana decided she wanted to give all the grandchildren a Bible for Easter, right? Well, she gave Darren this beautiful white Bible with a zip around the outside, lovely white leather, with lovely photos inside of baby Jesus. It was a lovely thing. Then all she gave to Cassie and Todd, right? That's Darren's 2 cousins, a ghastly kiss. I hate the sight of them. But anyway, well, I hope they didn't hear that. They're probably a better see. All she gave to them was this old paperback version of A Good News from Modern Man. It had all these dog-eared pages and someone else's name written on pencil on the inside. I think she got it for $1 down at the Brotherhood shop in Summerlin there. But anyway, Cassie was so pissed off about this, right? She tore the last page out of Darren's Bible just so he wouldn't know how it finished. I mean, yeah! I hear it's quite an exciting finish too, from all accounts. But the worst thing she did was, right, we were at Mr. Podmore's last Easter and he was letting them play with the little white rabbits out on the grass there. Cassie told Darren that the rabbits' poo on the grass were sultanas. Yeah, he ate a good 7 or 8 of them too before he realised he'd been duped. Well, he said he didn't, but I know he did because he came home and vomited that day too, the poor thing. Anyway, right now, to get you in the Easter holiday mode, I'd just like to introduce you to some friends of mine at Castanet Club. We're all in town at the Universal Theatre for the Comedy Festival, and right now, one of them, called Dougie Gargoyle Ormrod, is going to sing a song about Jimmy Barnes, who used to be Jimmy Barnes Radio. Any Jimmy Barnes fans in the house tonight? Okay! Castanet Club with Barnesy!
We both do the ropes. Yeah, we both do the ropes. For a while. For a while. Ropes again get boring. So we went out drinking. I drank a bit. Barnes, you drank a bit. And as mates do. As mates will. We had a falling out. Zipper solo! Barnesy punched me in the mouth. I fell down. I didn't get up. I couldn't get up. Till 10 minutes ago. Now come down here. I now feel better. Because yous are my friends. Yous are my friends. Now come down here. I now feel better. Because yous are my friends. Because we hate your guts. Because yous are my friends. Gonna string you up.
Good evening. Here is a further news update. In tonight's news, Nick Greiner to host Sale of the Century.
Hazel Hope to host New Faces.
And John Elliott to host Fat Cat and Friends.
But friends, In a close finish, the League of Truly Disgusting Nations has handed the Genghis Khan Love Thy Neighbour Award to the continent of Africa, just ahead of the money, guns and drug-raddled hellhole of South America and everyone's favourite multifunction mongrel, Japan. In presenting the burnished rhino whip to South Africa's President de Klerk and Zimbabwe's President Mugabe, special guest Idi Amin hailed Africa as proof that people everywhere, no matter what colour their skin, black, white or brown, can still go apeshit and napalm those less fortunate than themselves, as long as their hearts are in the right place. All over Africa, governments are ripping off their treasuries and police are ripping off people's ears. Ever since the fall of the Queensland government, someone has to set a good example.
Sport. Due to savage budget restrictions and ruthless staff cuts at ABC Sport, we are unable to bring you details of this week's All-Australian Yakuzakai Gumi Golf Classic, the football, or the third test against Bahrain.
Outrageous! Carmen, you're not leaving us so soon. What a shame.
However, ABC viewers will be able to enjoy a replay of the 1984 Venezuelan darts final.
Just when you were getting the hang of it. Oh, have you thought about the receptionist centre? Hello? Oh, it's a deputy director. Sorry, it's for you.
Thank you, Veronica. Hello, big boy. You shouldn't be calling me at work. Well, what do you want to eat tonight? Oh, Tiger, I am blushing. Later. Bye. Back to the gainfully employed.
Thank you very, very much. Hello and welcome to Storytime. I'm Pate Biscuit, and this, of course, is Bongo as usual. Actually, children, Bongo hasn't been feeling very well. Have you this week, Bongo? No, you haven't. Open wide. Show me your tongue. You've been in the cupboard, haven't you? Yes, you have. You've been in the cupboard with Wendy doll. Yes, children, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Well, never mind about him, boys and girls. Let's read this week's story, shall we? This week's story is called The Pig, the Fish, and the Parrot Who Spoke French. Can you speak French, children? No? Well... Well, don't worry if you can't, because it's not an important language, is it? No. But don't tell the French that. The pig, the fish, and the parrot who spoke French. Such bad language. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a fish called Lucy. She lived in a muddy river in the middle of a forest. Lucy ate all kinds of things. She had lots of friends and lots of razor-sharp teeth. And here's a picture. What a funny fish she is. In the forest, there lived a pig called Ross. He had been fat and blubbery for as long as anyone could remember. And if anyone ever annoyed him, he would simply sit on them until they stopped breathing. And here's a picture. What a fat piggy he was. He was, wasn't he? Yes. Hubby-wubby one. Now, one day, Ross decided to go for a dip in the river. He ignored all the warnings about going out too deep. And when his fat little legs got stuck, all he could do was squeal. And this was the sound he made. Whee! Whee! Can you make a noise like a pig, children? What an exciting audience we have this evening.
so loud was his squealing that he could be heard all the way to the other side of the jungle. Ross's friends, Joey and Flowey, heard it, and they stopped eating scones from the trough. But only for a moment. "That's Ross," said Flowey, rolling in the mud. "Oh, no, it's not," said Joey, trying to hide one of his tractors. "Don't you worry about that. Ross would never squeal." And here's a picture. And here's a picture of Joey and Flowey eating scones. Two more piggies. "Wee, wee," went Ross in great pain as Lucy and her 300 friends sank their razor-sharp teeth into his protoplasmic mounds of flesh. Thank you, Bongo. That's enough. Thank you. He's just faking it. Now we'll read the story together, shall we? No more playing around. Kilo upon kilo of cellulite from years of abuse were sending Lucy and her friends into a feeding frenzy. And after about 6 minutes, all that was left was a load of crunchy crackling, greasing its way down the lazy river. And here's a picture. Ooh, isn't that a sickly one, children? Just my favourite kind. Now, way up in the treetop, the parrot who spoke French said, "Enfin, très bien, tant pis pour lui," which means, "At last, the pig is gone. But let's try and save what is left of the forest." And that's the end of today's stories, children. Good night.
Good fortune by giving money to charity.
We share our good fortune by giving old clothes to the poor.
We share our needles and give each other hepatitis.
We address the imbalance of wealth by attending fundraising balls.
We address the imbalance of wealth by sponsoring African orphans.
We address the imbalance of wealth by ripping off people's videos.
It's a tragedy that all over the world the little people are starving.
It's terrible that even in Australia children are homeless.
It's a bummer when you get the video home and find out it's a beta.
And now, backed by popular demand. Well, actually, they're not backed by popular demand at all. They're just backed because they couldn't find a way out of the studio last time they were here. Here they are, the 5 blind boys.
Ago, a whole bunch of really narrow-minded people wrote in to complain about us blind boys.
Yep, so now, with the 5 epileptic, glaucoma-ridden blind boys with gangrene of the scrotum.
Jesus, what the...
Oh, that's better. That's better. Oh, but Jesus Christ, what the bloody hell is this thing?
Well, that's your bloody arm, Ron, mate.
No, I've already got one, see?
Yeah, well, you get 2 of them, Ron, mate.
Oh, Jesus, that'll come in handy.
Now, the weird thing is, blind people don't actually watch the big gig. I mean, we listen to it, we never watch it.
That's right, and it's these narrow-minded do-gooders with 20/20 vision that have been writing in complaining about us, the blind boys. Unfortunately, we haven't read any of the letters.
Yeah, these busybodies have an attitude that seems to be have sight, we'll whinge.
Have sockets, we'll sing.
Right. We'd like to introduce now our favourite blind boy. Make him welcome, please, Silent Neville! Silent Neville! Never a cruel word was spoken. On you, Neville!
Shut up, Neville!
Yeah, well, now Neville and I have been breaking
beaten down blindest attitudes in the community for quite a while. We've been going from pub to pub to pub, walking up to people and saying, get blind now, ask me how. It's been bloody popular.
Show them the sign that bloke's down the pub, mate.
Yeah, the bloke's
Come on,
the pub,
show
mate,
them
sign.
the
Look,
sign.
get blind now, ask me how.
Lovely guys. Neville. And it's a great pub, you know, too, because they've got a darts competition there and everything. And we won the darts competition. If you win the darts competition, you get this beautiful boat. And we won it by default because no one would play against us.
Yeah. Show them your style, Tony. Show them your style.
Okay, then. Come, here we go. 36. 41. 125.
180.
Run! I'm covered in bees! Get the bees!
Bees!
Let's go! Let's get the bees! Get them off! Fly the bees! Fly the bees! That's better. That's better. Must be the blonde hair. It's attracting him all the time.
Yeah, so look, we won the bloody contest and we won the bloody boat. No worries.
Yeah, now we can smell the smell of the waves.
We can hear the roar of the fish. We can hear the screech of the seagulls.
We can feel that salty spray in my face.
Oh, sorry, mate. I thought you were the cabin boy.
Yeah, we're sailing the ship of love.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Here comes the ship of love. I'll be your little crucifix, you'll scream I'm out, Calvary. I gotta get a fix on you, cause you got your nails in me. You'll be the sweat around my neck, like rosaries. These prayers are best, sweetly spoken down on broken knees. Gonna sail that ship of love, gonna sail it out of port. Gonna find the girl of my dreams of love. We're gonna, woo! In the porthole of love, in the porthole of love. The ship of love is leaving, it carries dead lovers out through these grim garden walls, where the roses grow in wild profusion, like weeping sores to mothers. Wow! Gonna sail that ship of love, gonna sail it out of port, gonna find the girl of my dreams of love. We're gonna, woo! In the porthole of love, in the porthole of love. Woo! Mr. Barry Crocker! Gonna sail that ship of love, gonna sail it out of port, gonna find the girl of my dreams of love. We're gonna, woo! Dip out, porthole of love, in the porthole of love.
Good evening. Here is a final news update. In tonight's news, West Australian government admits huge losses on daylight saving.
Warsaw torn by poll tax riots.
And Jason Donovan and Yoko Ono to star in film version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
But first, in a thrilling finale to the punchiest evening since Wilson Tucky's 21st, the League of Truly Disgusting Nations has awarded the Nikolai Ceausescu Memorial River to My People Prize to Britain's Margaret Thatcher for leading her country back to the 14th century and beyond. In handing over the platinum truncheon to Mrs. Thatcher, guest of honour Kim Il-sung said, "What a gal. She makes Catherine the Great look like Colette. We applaud her stand against sexism. She has proved that women, as well as men, can look great in drag, and jackboots too." Dictators, presidents, commissars and religious leaders then lined up to be walked over by Mrs. Thatcher in sharpened stilettos, trampled by horses and thrashed across their bottoms until they came to the same conclusion. So, Carmen, your job is safe even while real journalists are getting the boot. What luck.
Yes, isn't it? Journalists don't always make the best news readers. Present company accepted. You really have to sell the news, don't you? And I've always been on top of promotions.
So, Exactly when did you meet the deputy director?
Exactly. I couldn't say. Who wears a watch in a jacuzzi? Back to the push and shove.
Hello. My name is Flacco, and I would like to go out with a date. You see, I just recently split up with a postman, but I couldn't give a fig. Legumes be legumes, that's what I always say. And besides, I've had it up to here with inanimate objects. I tell you what, though, I wouldn't say no to a good lazy Susan. You see, I just had a fling with an upwardly mobile Susan, but she dropped me. Which is no good for me now because I got nowhere to keep my mixed nuts, you see. Anyway, I'm going to Flora these days. What I need is a good route. Or a cactus plant. Yeah, don't mind a little bit of rough trade. Oh. Hello, darling. You smell a little. Do you mind? This is a private conversation. So, Toots, care to join me in a slug pellet, perhaps? What's your style,
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, fans. Well, the hour has gone by so quickly, hasn't it? Oh, it's the end of this show. I don't want your sympathy. It's been great having you along, though, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you want to catch Charlie Musselwhite, he's performing at the Corner Hotel in Melbourne for this week, next 3 days, and then afterwards he's going all over the place. He's going to Sydney and up to Byron Bay for the Blues Festival up there, so catch him there. And if you want to catch this band, you can catch them at the Royal Derby Hotel, and a special treat, they're performing this coming Friday, next Friday, with the fabulous Swinging Sisters. So to take it out for this week, once again, here they are, the Swinging Sidewalks.
It don't make it easy. I put myself on hold. It's getting mighty cold. Sweat now. I can feel the threat now. Nothing but to roll. It's time to explode. The Cross Radio and line. They're talking about what was mine, which only goes to show. Anything is goes. Breezy, you don't make it easy. Sweat now, Lord, I can feel the sweat now. They talk about it over the beer. And you do everything in life. They shake their heads and it's a real time. The breezy, you don't make it easy. I put myself on hold. It's getting mighty cold. The Cross Radio and line. They're talking about one more time, which only goes to show. Anything it goes. The breezy, you don't make it easy. The sweat now, Lord, I can feel the sweat now. Come on, breezy, Lord, you don't make it easy.
Well, that's it for another week. We hope you have enjoyed the show. If you have, please go and see a psychiatrist. And if you're driving on this the Easter weekend, please make sure you drive nice and safely. Arrive alive, because we want to see you here next week because, frankly, we need the ratings. And this is a friend of mine, Mike, and Mike's got a little cheerio to say. Here, Mike.
I'll be driving up to casino shortly, and I hope I have a safe trip up there for a special reason.
Oh, good on you, Mike. Okay, thank you, Australia, and good night. We'll see you.
Is it a never-ending harvest?
The oceans provide more.
Yes, good evening. My name's Anthony Ackroyd, and welcome to the Big Gig.
Good evening and welcome to the Big Gig. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Anthony, and that's the article in TV Week. Well, I'm well. I hope you're well. Did you have a good weekend over Easter? Yes? Yeah, I had a great time. Rellies came round and stayed for a while, so hello to Bill and Joan. Thank you very much for the card and the $50, which is very naughty of you. Because you got at least $100 worth. Well, Saturday I was in the market buying some free-range chocolate Easter eggs, and I turned around and I heard this huge commotion. I looked around, and there was the Easter Bunny, right, handing out Easter eggs, and he had a big suit on. He was being nice to look at. Here you are, kiddies, and he was dancing and being jolly. There you go, kiddies. And I was looking at him, and I thought, you poor bastard. I better know what he's thinking. He's thinking, I wish I'd stayed on the dole. Because it is not an easy job working in one of those suits, and I know I've worked with hairy animals. Not just the people on this show. I mean, I did 4 years with the bear. It would have been 5 years, but Humphrey put a good word in for me and I got paroled. See, the thing about those suits is from the outside they appear all cuddly and cute, but from the inside, they stink of stale sweat and old forgotten farts. They are really bad, and they're also dangerous. You can't breathe very well, and you've got a very poor field of vision. You can't see sort of below there. So a lot of the kids get in undetected. Right? And it's not until they make contact with your groin that you even realise that they're there. Bunny rabbit! Bunny, 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 bunny! Mom? Bunny rabbit fall down, Mom! Bunny rabbit crying! And once you're down, you can't get up, you're buggered, because, you know, you're rolling in agony. The big feet, you can't get up, you're screaming in pain. Children think you're playing. 50 kids jump on you, bunny, bunny, bunny! The parents don't mind if you end up a eunuch. In that situation, there's only one thing you can do. Take the head off. Self-decapitation. Children hate that. Mom, the rabbit's head's come off, Mom! The rabbit swallowed a man, Mom! Sweet revenge. Sunday had quite a nice day. Went to the over to the park, had a bit of a barbecue. It's interesting, since I've been on this show, a lot of people recognise me now, although I do try to disguise myself. I wear a wig and lipstick and a nice red frock, but still people stay, and the drunks are the worst, you know, because they sort of look at you, they're half pissed, sort of having the bar, and sort of looking. Oh, who's that? That's that bloke on television with that puppet ostrich thing. What's his name? Anthony Aykroyd. Oh, yeah, I know him. He's gay. Anthony's not gay. And I should know. I mean, aren't drunk sometimes really boring? I mean, isn't alcohol sometimes such a tedious drug? I mean, Easter, when we have the opportunity to celebrate, I believe, what is one of the most significant moments in history. And how do we spend it? I mean, something must have happened at Easter. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a holiday, so it must be at least as important as the Melbourne Cup. And how do we spend it? We get pissed. Or we get pissed and we drive a car and we kill ourselves and kill some other innocent people. Or maybe we just stay at home and stuff ourselves so full of chocolate Easter eggs that we end up throwing up all over our highly intelligent and slightly smug Burmese cat.
There you go, pussy. Now you're a chocolate smarty, aren't you?
But back in the real world, the show must go on. And we have a little corker of a show for you this evening. We're glad you're here with us. From Canada, we have Corky and the Juice Pigs. From Sydney, we have Jean-Paul Bell. And right here in the studio, we have what some people call probably the best band in the world, Ricochet and the Flaming Stars.
Baby, about 9:30, we'll go rocking on down the line. Crazy rhythm, it's a real gone sound. Jumping and a shaking and a rocking around now. Jump, 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 cats, jump. Why don't you go, 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 cats, go. Well, rock, 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 cats, rock. Better shake, 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 cats, shake. Me and my baby's gonna dig this town. Jumping and a shaking and a rocking around. Hey, yeah, hey. Woo! Yeah. I met a crew cut gator with his ponytail, all being a winging up and down the scale. Some jacks all the ball can take, jumping and a rocking till the shingles shake. Now jump, 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 cats, jump. Why don't you go, 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 cats, go and rock, 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 cats, rock. Better shake, 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 cats, shake. Me and my baby's gonna dig this town, jumping and a shaking and a rocking around. Hey, yeah, whoa. What? How's it going? No worries, yeah. That's good. Thanks for coming along. Yeah, buddy. Whoa. Now let's go, baby. There's a real cool spot. Hit me, daddy, with a beat that's hot. The jukebox is humming to a knocked-out song. Jumping and a shaking and a rocking along now. Jump, 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 cats, jump. Why don't you go, 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 cats, go and rock, 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 cats, rock. Better shake, 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 cats, shake. Me and my baby's gonna dig this town, jumping and a shaking and a rocking round now. Jump, 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 cats, jump. Why don't you go, 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 cats, go and rock, 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 cats, rock. Better shake, 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 cats, shake. Me and my baby's gonna dig this town, jumping and a shaking and a rocking round.
Good evening. Here is a late news update. In tonight's news, John Stone bites dog.
Kangaroo foreskin found to be an aphrodisiac.
And Jewish kangaroos relax.
But first, where's my news?
Big boy, Deputy Director, wants to lighten your workload, given your condition.
He what? Oh, and I suppose you had nothing to do with this?
I didn't say a word.
Oh, hard to talk with your mouth full. Bring my camera.
But first, there There were scenes of panic and outrage in Townsville's lavish Futramura Megamart today when a crazed gunman, Kevin Gaddafi, turned his AK-47 on the crowd milling around the pre-loved thong counter, killing 16 people and injuring 28. According to police, Gaddafi, a 24-year-old professional psychotic from Ingham with a 10-year history of shooting people he didn't like, was released on parole yesterday and proceeded in an orderly fashion to the Martin Bormann gun shop where he purchased his AK-47, a Magnum, a grenade launcher and 2,000 rounds of ammunition. Then he began to act strangely, added the police spokesman. And before we knew it, we were up to our holsters in blood and paperwork. A government inquiry into the inconvenience is unlikely, since the number of live voters with guns still exceeds the number of dead voters without them.
Sports. No, you don't. I think you've lost something. Like the front of your dress. Sport. Football roundup. The AFL High Court has imposed a 6-match ban and 50 push-ups on Elstonwick Emu's ruck-front striker Charles Manson for headbutting 2 opponents, 1 umpire, a pie vendor, 6 police, a paddy wagon and 4 cellmates. Officials took into account the fact that no match was being played at the time. And the Rugby League Star Chamber has upheld an appeal by Burwood Bushpigs front and centre against his conviction for manslaughter on the grounds that he had only kicked his opponent in the head while he was already unconscious. The mighty pigs. Back to the night crawlers.
Mom? 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 Ah! Hang on. You're not my mom. She's watching Mission Impossible. Whew, that's a relief. Tell you what, the last time I popped out of one of these things, I was in a frying pan. Sunny side up. Lots of blisters for that one, I'll tell you that much. Ah, yes. It's great to be born again. Oh, past lives. I've had a million of them. Actually, in my most recent life, I came back as, yes, a piece of lead. See? In Russ Hinz's navel. I couldn't hack it. No, I committed suicide. I leapt out. Oh! But unfortunately, I was trapped for hours in a labyrinth of pressed fat and throbbing gristle. It was like trying to find a needle in a Heinz baby food can. Pretty simple, really, I suppose. And then after that, in my next life after that, I came back as that car alarm that went off at 3 a.m. outside your window the other morning. Hat, 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 hat. sorry, that was me. I'm sorry about that. But I'm dead now, so maybe we can all get some sleep. And after that, yes, my most recent life, the one before this. You see, I came back as the opening gag in the Steve Vase show. But I died. Yes, very short-lived, that one, I think. Ah! But who cares? So I thought to myself, excuse me, I digress. Yes, I tell you what, all this old death and no play makes Flacco a dull boy, I tell you that. So I thought, what the heck? I'll take a holiday. So I tried hitchhiking to another galaxy, you see. But unfortunately, in space, no one can hear you gesticulate. To no avail. Completely fruitless behavior. There's no fruit in space. No apricots, nothing. Not even that. Nothing up there. It's just like being caught in a vacuum. Actually, that reminds me. I was caught in a vacuum once. You see, my mama was cleaning the lounge room. And I was sitting there, just minding my own business, when suddenly mama had mistaken me for a lump of grit. Suddenly, wahoo-cha! Bouncing through tube. Hair first, bouncing through tube. To big dark bag. I get to big dark bag. Mama kick the machine. I begin to sneeze. Mama kick the machine. I begin to. Mama kick the machine. Mama kick the machine. I begin to. Mama kick. Mama take me to the shop. Finally. Mr. Modigliani. Fix my vacuum, please, she said. He turned on the machine. I begin to sneeze. Ugh. Now, Mr. Modigliani is no fool. He spotted the problem straight away. He turned the machine to reverse. I'm expelled in a massive ball of dust. Not unlike I dream of Jeannie. Congratulations, he said. You have a son. And so, my life begins.
Hey, if you've ever been in Canada, you'll know that not all Canadians are loud, rude, beer-swilling lumberjacks. Some of them are loud, rude, beer-swilling comedians. And we've got three of the best ones right here, right now. Canada's answer to Julie Anthony and the New Seekers. Here they are, Corky and the Juice Pegs.
Sunday he was talking to the masses. Monday he was raising up the dead. Tuesday he was turning water into Beaujolais, and he said we had our choice of white or red. Wednesday he was walking on the water as he helped my father fix our swimming pool. Thursday I saw him down by the bottle shop, but he couldn't find a place to park his mule. The man who thinks he's Jesus lives next door to me. The man who thinks he's Jesus fixed my color TV.
Tell him about it, Greg.
I try to give him dollars, but they fall right through his wrist. With just an ounce of vodka, he can get 5,000 bits.
He always steals my grandma, although she's never sick. If you want 2,000 lumpers, he can get them really quick.
The man who thinks he's Jesus lives next door to me. The man who thinks he's Jesus thinks my color TV.
You tell him about it, Sean.
I always invite him over to play Monopoly, but he's afraid we'll take his robe away if he rolls number 3. He has a funny penchant for wearing a crown of thorns, but I don't really care as long as he fixes grandma's corn. Dance, dance, wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the dance, and he, and I'll bring you all wherever you may be. And I'll come to your house, and I'll fix your TV.
Show announcers, meet on the street.
Hi, Bob. How are you?
Just fine, Bill. But I see you have put on a little weight ever since you got your brand new gas barbecue.
Hello, the year supply of Kingsford.
speckled at the Kingsford edge, but I've seen you cruising down the street in your brand new car!
Chevy Vega! Deluxe convertible hatchback with reclining bucket seats and an AM/FM radio. But that is nothing compared to where you're going.
Puerto Vallarta, Mexico! I'll be spending 7 days in 6 sensuous nights at the beautiful Puerto Vallarta Hilton overlooking the exotic Gulf of Mexico.
Lunch and dinner not included, Bill.
My dog has rabies. Won't you help me kill him, please? My dog has rabies. Now he's breeding killer fleas.
And this is a favorite of Corky's that we used to play together when we played in the Charles Manson 5.
Psychopathic killer in the summertime. Psychopathic killer, oh yeah, oh yeah. Psychopathic killer in the summertime. Psychopathic killer, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I want to poke your eyes out with that knife I found in your back.
Woo! Psychopathic killer in the summertime. Psychopathic killer, oh yeah, oh yeah. Psychopathic killer in the summertime. Psychopathic killer, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I want to find your dismembered body in a garbage bag.
Psychopathic killer in the summertime.
Psychopathic killer, oh yeah.
Psychopathic killer in the summertime. Psychopathic killer, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'd like to put on my Speedo and go swimming in your children's blood.
Psychopathic, psychopathic, psychopathic. Woo! Two dyslexic game show announcers meet on the street. Bob, hi, are you, Hal?
Fine, just Bill. See, I weigh pedometer a little. Barbecue since new brand gas got to you.
The chocolate supply of the years, Kingsford with along my edge. Get Kingsford, the seen you cruising butt eye to the street down. You're in car new brand.
There you go, Chevy. Convertible back deluxe hatch, seats reclining with buckets, and an AM/M radio. But that is going nothing where you're compared to
Vallarta, Mexico, Puerto! 7-6 on the beautiful sensuous Hilton, spending Porto days nights at Vallarta.
Dunland in her snot and a Clyde to live.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you right now, all the way from Los Angeles, California, the Solid Gold Dancer! California, a round of applause for Miss Team Canada 1984, Barbella! Shake it up, Barbie. And in the middle, the very sexy Miss Penthouse Magazine 1982, Tony Danza! My name is Nancy Reagan, and we are the Solid Gold Dancers!
Oh, that was very rude. That was Corky and the Juice Pigs. Now, our next performer has a French-sounding name, although he's not French. But he suffered terribly at school because of his name that sounded very French. His name was Brigitte Bardot. But he changed it. And you can see him regularly at the Howell Park in Sydney, if you like, but you can see him here tonight on the big gig. Please put your hands together and make a lot of noise for Jean-Paul Bell.
Thank you. Oh, we've come a long way in television, you know. I mean, I remember when we got our first TV set, 1956 it was, the old Rosewood. We loved it so much we carved our initials in it. Yes, we got it for the 1956 Olympic Games. It had everything, the rabbit ear antennas. It made my father one of the very, very early rap dancers of his day. Yes. And the programs that we had in those days, they were special. We had programs coming out of this very studio. Who remembers?
Tootsie, Tootsie, the battery boy. I'm a walking, talking toy. See my light?
It didn't affect me. It didn't affect me. It didn't affect me. Well, maybe it did. And of course, us Australians remember the American influence we had. Programs like Cannonball and the Texas Rangers. Who remembers them? A big group of gay guys dressed in khaki walking down the main street of town going, we're the Texas Rangers all the livelong day, going to rape and kill and maim you just to pass their time away. And then one of them obviously had a really bad flatulence problem, ladies and gentlemen, because remember they're all walking down the street and obviously he let one go and they're going... And he stands there looking at the camera going, I can't wait to do the whirly birds. But spare a thought for the casualties of the TV boom. The addicted, the people who simply cannot walk past a television set without turning it on.
Does your mouth taste like the bottom of a cocky's cage? If a hot drink's not your cup of tea... and you've got no head for beer... then why not reach for a can of new Spurt? It's as cool and refreshing as a sea spray. It tastes just like a mouthful of fresh fruit. Spurt is made from all natural ingredients and the water we use has been passed by experts. Good pellet. Slam one down when you're slamming one in. Knock one back when you're knocking up a ton. Or even walking the dog. Spurt really hits the spot. And now there's Diet Spurt to help you drop those extra pounds. And to keep us fit as a fiddle. Half a can of Spurt contains your daily requirements of sodium, calcium, ginseng, vitamin C, phosphorus, DDT, MSG, sucrose, glucose, pantyhose, and fructose. nothing. Hurts like hell. It's the thirst crusher. We asked this impartial volunteer if he could taste the difference between new spurt and a firing squad.
I'm not sure.
And diet spurt. It's the drink you have when you're not having something to eat.
Room service, hold the line, please. When the ass fell out of sheep and Australia went from being the lucky country to the lacky country, I got a job in the hospitality industry. It used to be called hospitality industry in the old days, and that meant getting Yank sailors pissed as newts in the front bar and rolling them for their wallets in the back bar, but it's all changed now. Now the Yanks run motivational courses in hotel management and they get rolled painlessly. They spend the days teaching Australians how to bow without farting to Japanese honeymooners. Oh, damn, I still can't learn it. And then at night they hit the minibar and get pissed as newts and then ring room service. They get rolled painlessly. Yes, sir. What's your room number, please? He doesn't know. It's written on your key. Yes. You're in the bath. Good. Are you in your own room? He's not sure. Are you in this hotel? He still doesn't know. Righto, well, why don't you ask the rent-a-car girl to find your trousers, yeah, and ask her to read what's written on the key. Yes. She can't do that underwater. Good? Well, no worries, sir. I've got a great idea. Why don't you pick a number between 1 and 300 and we'll just knock on all the doors. Yes. Now, what would you like? No, sir, you called me. Yes, sir? Well, why don't you read the menu? He's definitely an American hotel expert. You can hear his teeth grinding. You can hear her teeth grinding. Yes, sir, what would you like? Have you made a decision? Steak and chips, fine. 45 bucks. How would you like your steak, sir? On a plate. 10 bucks extra. And, sir, would you like a side salad with that? Which sort of dressing? Well, we have French, Italian, Lebanese, Lithuanian, Thousand Island, Norfolk Island, islands in the stream. That is what we are. No one in between. We've got your wife and children hostage. We've got rhythm. We've got music. We've got Hollandaise, Marseillaise. We've got fly sprays, Paul Newman's special, Randy Newman's nosebleed, Isaac Newton's edible underwear. Oh, we've got vinaigrette. Vinaigrette? Good, sir. What would you like, smooth or crunchy? The chef's skin condition hasn't cleared up, so we better make that crunchy, sir. Yes, that's right. $18. Good. And would you like something to drink? A local Chardonnay? 90% markup. A Bordeaux? 200% markup. Bottle of Jim Beam? Ditto. Would you like that in the same ice bucket, sir? Good. Certainly. ASAP? Yes, sir. Coming straight away. No worries, sir. On our way. Oh, look, it's ready. 5 minutes stop, sir. Oh, yes, there I go. Bye. I have another cigarette. I write a few letters to a few friends. I watch some TV. Several hours later, I am at the door, listening for that moment of re-entry. Room service! Thud! Thwack! The unmistakable sound of a hotel expert falling over his own wallet in his underwear. You know, if Americans could see themselves in underwear, they would tear their own eyes out. I tried to pretend not to see the rent-a-car girl lashed to the overhead fan, rotating slowly, slowly, a MasterCard between her cheeks. I insist on cash. He's American. He gives me his wallet. Help yourself. I do. I bow without farting. I smile and say, can I adjust your room temperature before I go, sir? Click. I close the door, and the unforgettable sound of an American hotel expert being beaten round the ears by a pair of well-turned ankles. It's all part of the service. Oh, damn.
None of that. Get it out of here. Right, out of the way. Stop all of this. Out of the way. Here we go now. Stop all of this. And quite enough of that. Right. Bit of hush. Bit of... and hush. Nobody move. That includes you, sunshine. Now, we're here on urgent police business. Urgent police and business. Now, a few moments ago, the constable and I were enjoying one of our rare quiet moments together. Oi. There we were, sitting in our squad car, about to partake of some delightful takeaway food. And all of a sudden, some Jack the Lad come quickly by nightly Monaro driving petrol head, squeals round the corner and sideswipes our vehicle head on, causing irreparable damage to the constable's chocolate milkshake.
Oh. No, Sarge. No, it wasn't chocolate, it was vanilla.
I got your chocolate.
No, I asked for chocolate, you got me vanilla instead. You know, I always have a chocolate milkshake and a junior burger. It's only 50 cents with a discount.
Well, what did I have then?
You had the vanilla, and then you got some McNuggets. Remember? Then you went back for a fillet.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Constable. Doesn't matter, Constable. The fact still remains that we have followed the suspect's vehicle here, and we have conclusive evidence. Conclusive and evidence. The person is here in the audience. Now, the evidence is in the form of this high-resolution photograph taken by one of our highly sophisticated, infallible speed cameras.
Yeah, infallible.
Thank you, Constable.
No worries, Sarge.
Now, we're looking for the owner of a grey, bluish, red, white, creamy, slightly green-looking sedan.
No, Sarge, that's a ute. There's a horse in the back there.
Now, that's a bit of meat there, son. All right, now, the registration number is obviously
No, it's a B.
B3.
No, it's an 8, Sarge. B. I think it's B.
Yeah, well, look, obviously the driver is a male Caucasian, possibly female Asian. Look, the fact remains we know who you are. So why don't you save yourself a lot of time and trouble, a lot of time and trouble, and own up right now. Come on, make a clean sweep of your breasts.
Yeah, breasts!
You want to play the waiting game? It's up to you. Look, if you want to play silly buggers, you're no match with the police, I can tell you. We'll find you by hilly or by nilly. OK, here we are, Constable. Back where we started again. Constable, what is it you're looking for in a typical criminal type in this kind of case?
Oh, I'd say a pair of old dilapidated Reeboks.
Yeah.
Shitty old trousers.
Yeah.
Stripy shirt.
Yeah.
Moustache.
Yeah.
Boy set eyes and retarded expression on the face.
Exactly, Constable. Well, that would be too obvious. Too and obvious. The person we're looking for is right here. Over here now. Quickly, what's your name? Full name? It's not a hard question, come on. Full name?
Brian.
Brian?
Stevens.
Brian Stevens. Why don't you check on a Brian
Right,
Stevens,
Sarge,
Constable?
I'll check on him. This is Constable. Running a 4
Stevens.
Stevens. Right, okay, Brian Stevens' real name, Sammy the Slongmaster. Wanted for indecent exposure, urinating in public, improper relations with a cat, sexual relations with a minor.
This is not up, and you should be bowing your head in shame, son.
What else? Accepting a bribe. Is that a crime search?
Only in certain states, Constable. Righto.
And bestiality.
Okay.
See, there was a horse in the ute, Sarge, I told you.
Okay, son, you can just about adopt the submission here. Now, let this be a warning to you all. You cross the police, you come between the policeman and his hamburger, and you'll end up as mincemeat. As I live and breathe. Right, gig's over for you, son. You're coming this way.
Yes,
You should
that's
have
right.
went to bed.
Get
Now
the
you'll have to
telephone book out,
complete-
yeah.
Righto, come along, Constable.
Yeah, the bag
This
of
way.
oranges and that big baton, yeah.
Well, you get off. The police
Good evening. Here is a further news update. In tonight's news, John Stone forces rear entry Senate push.
Jesus Christ, a mutant ninja turtle, claimed ABC.
But first, where is my script? Veronica, where is my script?
Oh! Goodness, there it is.
Get me another one. But first, New South Wales authorities have admitted to considerable personal embarrassment following an incident in which a crazed gunman, Brian Eichmann, 19, a part-time homicidal maniac from Earlwood, opened fire with a track-mounted howitzer on the annual real estate agents' picnic, killing over 10,000 people and injuring more than 60,000 others. Here in New South Wales, not just every fruitcake can get a gun licence, explained Police Minister Mr. Pickwitt. Applicants have to fill out this form asking, what is your name? Yes or no? Do you want a gun? Yes or no? How many people would you like to kill? Pick a number. Mr. Pickwitt added that farmers needed heavy artillery in case the rabbits got stroppy. Sport.
Football roundup. The brave new face of Australian soccer copped a Liverpool kiss this weekend during a fast-moving clash between Concord Dalmatis and Laverton Tatsiki that filled to capacity Sydney's Millivick Stadium, Central Police Station and 4 casualty wards. Highlights of the first and only half included some colourful remarks by Stassinopoulos about the durable sexuality of Petrovic's mother, some dazzling footwork between Petrovic's boot and Stassinopoulos' ghoulies, and 3 minutes of football. The riot that followed was attributed by soccer analysts to long-standing bad feeling caused by the notorious Night of the Long Shazlicks in 1672, a massacre sparked by the allusions of King Stassinopoulos III to the nymphomania of the mother of Petrovic the Strangler during the Dalmatian Wars. Soccer furor Geordie O'Hooligan blamed the weekend's outrage on the number of wogs allowed onto soccer fields. These people should leave their old quarrels behind, he thundered, and concentrate on kicking their opponents, especially if they're from Birmingham. Back to the circling pack.
Our next two performers are very much in common. They are born Siamese twins, joined together at the bottom. Which is why one of them is taller than the other one. See if you can guess which, eh? Here they are, the MT and Pockets.
Hello. I'm Trevor travelling interstate, but I thought I'd like to see a bit of scenery along the way.
What a good idea. I've got just the trip for you. It's a luxury rail journey from one interstate capital to another in less than 3 hours on the VFT.
VFT?
Very fast train.
You obviously put a lot of thought into the name.
Yeah, well, we were going to call it Get the Hell Out of Our Way, We're Coming Through train, but we thought very fast train was friendlier.
Yeah, well, how fast is very fast?
500 kilometres an hour.
But the scenery would be just a blur.
It'd be a nice green blur. Anyway, you'll be too busy eating your VNL.
VNL?
Very nice lunch. You can have VSP, VBW or VFK.
Sorry?
Very slow possum, very blind wombat or very flat kangaroo.
Aren't you worried about the environment?
Oh, of course we are. That's why the train's air-conditioned.
But you must have cleared a few trees to lay the track.
No, someone had already cut them down to make railway sleepers. Oh. Anyway, you'll be caught up with the entertainment. Imagine going through the snowy mountains loop-the-loop at 500 k's. And if that's not enough, you can stick your head out the window and yell at a VSF.
VSF?
Very stupid farmer. I mean, try doing that on a jet.
Oh, I did once.
What happened?
He couldn't hear me. It was a VLP.
VLP?
Very loud plane. Now, listen, when does this very fast train leave?
1995.
And what's that in normal hours?
5 years from now.
But I could walk there by then.
Yeah, well, I might as well give you a ticket on the VST.
VST?
Very slow train.
No, mate, I catch that to work each day.
Yeah, well, that's why we're working on a brand new project. It's a train 3 kilometres long, travels at twice the speed of sound, nuclear powered, carries 3,000 people, 4,000 if they're standing, and it cuts a path straight through the Bungles, over Uluru, straight through the Daintree rainforest.
What's it called?
Super high intensity train.
Sounds like shit.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Doris, and I'm a happy-go-lucky sort of gal with an enormous capacity for loving. I was named after Doris Day, and I love all her movies, especially Calamity Jane, because the way she walked like a man, talked like a man, acted like a man, dressed like a man, but could not find the love of a man. I love the bit where she sings, "No, you can't get a man with a gun, oh, with a gun, oh, with a gun. No, you can't get a man with a gun." However, if this video date doesn't work out, I'm sure as hell gonna give it a try.
Righto. Settle down. Now, here they are. They look like a duck. They fly like a duck. They sound like a duck. They are a duck. Because they are the Duck and the All-Stars.
Father, into your hands I commend my spirit.
Whoa, hang on.
What is it now? Just let me get this line out, will you?
I'm very bloody sorry, Paul, but I'm not actually in the mood to die right now, if you don't mind. What about you, Rich?
Me neither, Paul. Just let me get the line out, boys, and it's all over, okay?
All right.
Father, into your hands I commend
Whoa,
For God's sake, what is it now?
Slowly catching monkey paw, man. Now, you might be getting off on your Catholic guilt with all this, but frankly, I'm no Catholic. I'm a lapsed Presbyterian. Actually, Rich, what are you? You're an Anglican or something?
High Anglican, actually.
High Anglican. Well, tell us, Richie, what do you understand by the transubstantiation?
Oh,
you're a bloody heretic. You're a Protestant heretic. You're sodomite.
Honestly, guys, I'd like to apologise to all the Christians who are watching right now. This must be very disturbing for you. This is sacrilegious, blasphemous. I'd really apologise. Look, I wanted to come in on the donkeys.
Oh, yes, that was great, wasn't it? The RSPCA wouldn't let us come in on the donkeys because of the unfortunate incident last week with the hamster. Would they, Richie? And by the way, people, I wanted to come down on Monday night, but no, we had to wait around a couple of extra days till the TV show.
Look, I'm very sorry, but I'm not actually in the mood for dying right now. Oh, God, this is so depressing.
Hey, guys, I know something that'll cheer us all up. Why don't we do a song from a 70s musical?
easy for me. I met this girl, cute as can be. A summer sun, something's begun. But all those summer nights, well, oh, well, oh, well, tell me more, was it love at first sight? Tell me more, did she put up a fight? No. She drove by me in her sedan. Sound effects. Ding, ding, ding. There was a bell. There was a cow. Meow, meow.
Tim, shut up, you ain't.
She swept by me and I got a cramp.
Wake up,
She saved my life. I nearly drowned. Then she showed up, splashing around. Summer days are drifting away, but all the summer nights. Well, oh, well, oh, well, oh. Tell me more, did you get very far? Tell me more, like did she have a car?
That's enough, Tim. We got the first on you, dickhead.
We went bowling in the arcade. And we went strolling and we drank lemonade. We made out under the dock. And we stayed up till 12 o'clock. Summer flame don't mean a thing, but all those summer nights. Well, oh, well, oh, well, oh. Tell me more, did it work out all right? Tell me more, yeah, I brought her tonight.
Oh, you brought your girlfriend?
Yeah!
Well, I brought my girlfriend too. They'll finally get to meet each other.
Oh, what does she look like?
Oh, she's absolutely beautiful, mate. She's got, I suppose you'd call it blonde hair, but I think it's been treated a fair bit. It's been held back in a wild sort of wavy permy pattern, and she's got this sort of a really hideous sort of striped shirt on that I think she picked up from the Jackie McDonald collection at Kmart.
Sounds like my girlfriend. Where is your girlfriend?
Where's your girlfriend, mate? Because my girlfriend's
mine is right there. Oh no, but that's
my bloody girlfriend, mate.
That's my girlfriend.
That's my bloody girlfriend. That is yours. G'day, everyone. Thanks for coming to my 21st. This is my little lady Lee. Hi, Lee. Still wearing the VO5 hairspray then. B and I, we've been going out now for about the last 5 years together. And about 6 years ago, went down to Merimbula, stayed at the Garden of Eden Caravan Park, where original sin is committed. We did everything, you know. We played the mini putt-putt golf, made love in the surf. Oh, got a kiss.
Oh, hang on, Jane, talk to me, will you? Her name is Jane, Paul. It is not Lee. Jane, talk to me. Don't you remember a trip to Mildura? Damn it, woman, I gave you my left bow!
No way, that wasn't your bow!
I don't know what you guys are talking about! That's Curtis!
Curtis?
He's a football player!
Get off!
Janie!
Lee!
Curtis!
Janie Lee Curtis!
Come on! That's a bloody big joke! That's a joke as big as the claws around land we call Australia!
What a joke!
Well, you didn't see it coming, did you, you dickhead?
Come on, we spent 8 months workshopping that joke with a lesbian puppet theatre company in Ayers Rock.
Yeah, it was a great lesbian puppet theatre company. They were called Judy and Judy.
Stop domestic violence. I walked into a door. It turned colder. That's where it ends.
You bitch.
So we told him, her, we'd still be friends.
No, wait, no, I can't, mate. I can't be friends with that woman. I mean, she's like to you and to me and to the guitarist. I mean, she's like to us all. It's like having a bloody schizophrenic in the audience. How are you, Sybil? Are you well? I mean, look at her, Tim. Looks like 4 people dressed her tonight. Hey, Sybil, woo! Get in on a group discount, did you?
Oh, Paul, that is no way to talk to a flying nun. I can forgive Sybil no matter what she's done.
Yeah? Well, if you can forgive her, Tim, you're a bigger man than I am. You probably know that's true now, too.
What? I don't get it. What? Oh, those summer nights. Thank you.
Good evening. Here's a final news update. In tonight's news, John Stone and Elaine Now to star in remake of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Toe sucking found to cause goosebumps in women.
And nipple tweaking found to cause buttock clenching in men. But first, Australian Attorneys General have finally agreed on a uniform national firearms code. Under the legislation, the same firearms will be available in all states to any psycho who wants them. Standard caliber ammunition will be available from chemists, supermarkets and dry cleaners. And unarmed civilians will be required to bunch up in public places to provide a clear target. In a joint statement, the state's premiers said, "Guns don't kill people, voters with guns kill people, and good luck to them."
Oh, Veronica, will at least the football's back. I love the smell of liniment in the mornings.
Marvellous, isn't it? I understand that before the deputy director plucked you out, your previous little fling was connected with football.
Yes, it was.
The Sydney Swans, wasn't it? Back to the scrum.
Well, that's another show, and we've enjoyed having you along. We hope you have enjoyed being with us. Stay tuned, won't you? And we'd like to see you again next week, same time, same place, same jokes. Little joke for you. What's the difference between snot and broccoli? You cannot get children to eat broccoli. So they say. In the meantime, you can catch Rick O'Shea and the Flaming Stars at on this Sunday at McKay's Hotel, Mulcahy's Hotel in North Melbourne. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you again next week. Thank you very much, and good night.
Pocket and he flashed a quart and hollered, "Rave on, children, I'm with you. Rave on, cats," he cried. "It's almost on and the cops are gone. Let's all get Dixie fried." Now Dan got happy and he started raving. Well, he jerked out his razor, but he wasn't shaving. All the cats used to jump and hop, 'cause he was born and raised in a butcher's shop. He hollered, "Rave on, children, I'm with you. Rave on, cats," he cried. "It's almost dawn and the cops are gone. Let's all get Dixie fried." Get fried, yeah. Well, the cops heard Dan when he started to shout. They all ran in to hear what it was about. I heard him holler when they led him away. He turned his head and this is what he had to say. He hollered, "Rave on, children, I'm with you. Rave on, cats," he cried. "It's almost dawn and the cops are gone. Let's all get Dixie fried. Get fried." Bravest man that we ever saw. He let us all know he wasn't scared of the law. Through the black cross bars, he tossed a note to his dear. Said, "It ain't my fault, hun, that I'm in here," but hollered, "Rave on, children, I'm with you. Rave on, cats," he cried. "It's almost dawn and the cops ain't gone. I've been Dixie fried."
That was Rick O'Shea there. Well, listen, we've had a lot of fun. You had a good time this evening? Yeah. And we hope that you have too. We'll see you at the same time next week, 9:30 on the Big Gig. Cheerio.
The controversy, the questions, the truth, the answers. The Dead Sea Scrolls debate, fact or fiction. An open debate with biblical scholar Dr. Barbara Thiering, hosted by Geraldine Doog, with leading academic theologians, religious writers and commentators. Was Jesus the spiritual...
It is 25 past 10.
I made nuclear bombs.
The startling revelation that shocked the world.
It's time people should know.
The true story of Israel's nuclear arsenal, its secret weapon.
This is a man who worked at Dimona for 9 years.
Its cover-up.
I think we should assume he knows everything that goes on there.
And Benunu's need to tell the world the truth.
Don't even talk to me about fairy. Nobody thinks you're alive.
And the need for him to be silenced.
Benunu is a traitor and a spy.
As Mossad agents follow his every move and track his every action everywhere.
I love you too.
To stop his story and to stop the truth from ever being disclosed. Secret Weapon. Don't miss this powerful special, 8:30 Wednesday, ABC.
Welcome to the big gig. We are here, we are one, we are absolutely live all the way across Australia. Thank you for joining us for what promises to be a very exciting and, as usual, intellectually and sexually stimulating program. I want to make one thing very, very clear right from the word go, that on the big gig, we never test any of our comedy routines or jokes on innocent animals. So if you have a Labrador or a little budgie guy you'd like to bring in front of the TV right now, sit them down in front, we'll see what happens. A bit of sad news this evening. This is a bit of news from my cousin Simon, who I know is watching. Simon, Auntie Laura passed away this morning. I was with her at the time. I was testing a few jokes on her. And she died laughing. On the inside, I'm sure. Just before she passed away, though, Simon, she, for some reason, she wanted to change her will. I tried to stop her. I said, no, Auntie, don't. That's Glyn with 2 N's. Thank you very much. Just initial that one there for the house, yes, and that for the land and the property. Don't do this, Auntie. It's really going to cause a lot of troubles, and initial there. Don't worry, I'll witness that lot. Now, she very, very kindly bequeathed to me, I must be very careful with this genuine Ming vase. This is a genuine Ming vase. This is very, very expensive. It's worth a fortune. Well, let's put it this way. It's worth a lot more than the lawnmower that cousin Simon is now getting. So I shall be hanging on to that very closely during the whole show. But, you know, I like old things. I do. Because, you know, 50 years ago or 100 years ago, people used to take care and pride in their work. I mean, whether they're making household appliances, cars, furniture. I mean, you imagine in 100 years from now what it will be like going into an antique store saying, hey, look at that. It's a genuine IKEA, isn't it? That's a 3-in-1 table divan ensemble. Yes, it's genuine IKEA. It's got staples and everything. Look at that. It's genuine 3-ply. You don't see many of these around these days, do you? Or going to a vintage car concourse and having a look at the car. Look at that one there. That's an old petrol-driven model, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. It's even got the old steering wheel, by golly. Oh, back in these days when they made these cars, mate, they really took pride. The robots took a lot of pride in their work then. Look at this paintwork. You've got to rub it really hard before it comes off. Tell you what, you can tell it's a genuine Mitsubishi as well, because, look, the doors don't close properly. Beautiful vehicle, that one.
Oh, I mean, old things tend to last so much longer in your memory as well. And this Ming vase, which is absolutely genuine, was very, very kindly donated to us by Mr. Des White from his collection. I thank you for that, Des. But, I mean, I suppose it's all relative. What makes this Ming vase so expensive in your mind? I mean, what is worth more if you're, for example, a Lithuanian? Would you rather have the Ming vase or would you rather have a ham sandwich? And I suppose that old saying is true, isn't it? Never give antiques to poor people because they just use them for storing coal. Or perhaps they use them for putting petrol and throw them in at Russian tanks. With a bit of luck, Rene Rivkin might throw himself in front of the tank and try to save the Ming vase and get burned to death. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of absolutely burning, flaming, wonderful things, it's given me great pleasure to introduce this band to you. You've seen them here on the big gig a number of times. Please make them very welcome once again, the Bachelors from Prague.
You're sitting there acting right in my face. You're coming exactly like you own the place. You know that silence was golden. You could raise it down, yeah. Because your mind is obligation and your mouth is working overtime, yeah. Come on, boy. You're quoting figures and dropping names. You're telling stories and playing games. You're always laughing when things ain't funny. You're always acting like you don't need money. If talk was criminal, you need lots of crime. Because your mind is obligation, your mouth is working overtime. Take it away, boys. Come on in here. Ow! Life is short, talk is cheap. Don't be making promises that you can't keep. Don't like the song I'm singing, just couldn't bear it. All I can say is if the shoe fits, wow, you must keep talking. Please, try to make it right. Because your mind's obligation, your mouth is working overtime. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One more time, boys. Because your mind it's a vacation, yeah. Oh, and your mouth, your mouth, your mouth, your mouth, your mouth, your mouth is walking. Ow! So
Here is a late news update. In tonight's news, Telecom to cut off subscribers at the knees.
Nelson Mandela and Michael Jackson to record cover version of I Don't Want to Set My Head on Fire.
And Princess Edward denies gay rumours. But first, may I?
Be my guest.
Thank you.
I've got squatter's blood myself.
But first, an epidemic of frankness has swept the world following the Soviet Union's apology to Poland for killing all the Poles and the East German apology to Israel for killing all the Jews. Japan has now apologized to Southeast Asia for the murder of millions of people during the great corporate sales pitch of 1941 to 1945, for being rich and pushy and for giving Australians a phobia about working on the railroads ever since. Thanks to us, said a shamefaced Japanese Prime Minister. Australian railways are among the worst in the world. When a prick like Nick Greiner can close down sleeping carriages in favour of a higher road toll, we feel like dorks. In a gesture of friendship, the Japanese government has agreed to disembowel themselves with electric toothbrushes, to give all the money back, and to stop Japanese tourists wearing those silly shorts.
Sport. The AFL's Grievous Bodily Harm Tribunal has handed down the toughest penalty yet to prominent Collingwood ruckster Ben Mussolini for a series of incidents last weekend in which Mussolini karate chopped 2 opposing players to death, firebombed the franchise video parlour of an umpire, and blinded 2 teenage supporters of the other team with repeated kicks to the head. Mussolini was awarded a 2-week suspension from all colour photo opportunities and will be barred from appearing in little cards in cereal packets for a full 3 months. Angry Collingwood officials denounce the decision as likely to make Mussolini so cross that he will either knock over a number of 7-Elevens or transfer to soccer. Are you all right?
I'm perfect, Veronica. Although I won't be with you for much longer.
Oh, they've caught you for shoplifting?
Back to the cheer squad.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for that. You know, honestly, I told the guy, hey, take a little bit off the top, a little bit off the side, but no! He had to go too far, didn't he? But I think it's fair enough, because we all go too far occasionally, don't we? And I find this tends to happen more often, though, under the influence of alcohol. Because usually there is a part of your brain whose job it is to make sure you don't make a complete dickhead out of yourself. You'll get an impulse like, gee, I wouldn't mind dancing naked on that table. And the other part will go, don't do that, no. It's quite small and, you know, I think people are going to laugh. Don't do that, you're okay. But when you're pissed, you go, I think I danced naked on top of that table. And the other part goes, yeah, go for it. Get up there, go for it, woo! And sometimes you know when you've gone too far. It's a very special feeling. You crawl home at about 5 a.m. in the morning. You've had a big night, you've been out drinking with friends, you've had 3, I don't know, maybe 40 cocktails, and you think, oh, gee, I'm feeling a bit fragile. I'll just go to bed and go to sleep. You don't get off that easy, pal. You've gone too far and you must pay the price. You're lying there on your bed and you want to go to sleep, but you can't. The room starts spinning. You get the old bedroom carousel. And then you get that very special feeling where you think, yes, I am going to throw up. I am. That can be scary. That can be scary. Because you're lying there and you can't really imagine how physically your legs will carry you all the way from the bed to the toilet. And this is often actually where people find religion. You're walking on the hallway going, oh, please, God, please. Oh, don't let me chuck up on the carpet, please. The hallway seems to be stretching into infinity. You're not getting any closer to the toilet. And your brain is sending a message to the stomach. Everybody out of the pool, everybody out of the pool. Hear that, esophagus, we've got a serious few on our hands. Everyone out of the pool. And somehow, by a miracle, you reach the toilet. Grip on for dear life. This is where you think, gee, I can speak other languages. And then you know you have that little breather where you think, oh, it's all over. But then your nervous system says, hey, that was great, what about an encore? And then you're standing there, I don't know why it is, but you get this overwhelming urge. You know what you must do, you must look at what you've created. It's true, carrots.
Then you start walking, start trudging back to your bed, peering out your mouth, thinking, oh, shit, I threw up in my shirt. Oh, no, I didn't. And then you climb back into bed and you think, oh, it's all right now. You got the covers pulled over, you're shaking there going, oh, it's all right, I'll just go to sleep. But no! Nature turns malevolent. The sun comes up like a big yellow bastard, shooting sunlight through the curtains like laser beams. Human sacrifice. Birds are outside your window going, chirp, bloody chirp! Take it easy, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks very much.
What a wonderful human being he is, Anthony Aykroyd. Now, if you've seen the movie The Fabulous Baker Boys, you remember that scene where Michelle Pfeiffer's on top of the piano and she's singing and she's dancing? Ooh. Well, this next performer was her body double. And she's here this evening accompanied by Frida Fingers, the one and only Babs Blewett. Yes.
Well, I guess you had to be there. But, you know, I've just recently finished a self-discovery course. It worked. It did. I got up one morning, I looked in the mirror, I said, my God, Babs, there you are. Hi. I discovered myself. And, you know, they said it might be a painful experience discovering yourself, but geez, when I stuck that flag in the top of my head, whew, did it hurt. But never mind, at least I know that. Whether I'm white, yeah, or whether I'm wrong, yeah, whether I find a place in this world or just never belong, I've gotta be me. She's gotta be she. And all of yous have gotta be yous. We don't mean sheep. I wanna live, not merely survive. And I won't give up this dream of life that keeps me alive. I've gotta be me. Who else can you be? Well, funny you should mention that, Frida, but I tell you what, at this course you learn that you can't be anybody but yourself, which is fantastic for me, because I'm a fantastic person. But those poor bastards that paid all that money just to find out they were real dickheads. And you know, the course didn't even give a wee fund. That faraway prize, oh, what a success, is waiting for me if I heed the call. I can settle down, won't settle for less. As long as there's half a chance, I can have it all. Spin attack, Scooby-Doo, 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 don't come near me. She's saying don't come near me. Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo. Whether I'm right, here, hold my shoes, or whether I'm wrong, somebody grab them. Whether I find a place in this world or just never belong. Oh, sorry, Queen, I've gotta be free. Gotta be free. Who else can we be but what we are? Hit it, Frida! I've gotta be free. I've gotta be free.
Free as a bird, bird in a tree. Free as a simple melody.
Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. Mary, Mary sings on the old gum tree. La, Kookaburra gay, your life must be. Everybody! Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. La, Kookaburra longs, Kookaburra gal, Kookaburra long, Kookaburra gay, your life sits in the old gum tree. Gay, your life sits in the old gum tree.
do these three men have in common? Andrew Denton, Terry Willesee, and Ray Martin. The answer? They've all done it with our next performer. It's true. And so we're very, very pleased to have her here this evening on the big gig. I'm, of course, talking about a very good friend of mine, Gretel Colleen.
Oh, God. Got up on the wrong side of bed this morning. Hit my head really hard. Because my bed's right next to the wall. And that's when my husband woke up. Not that anyone could tell the difference, for God's sake. Do you know why I married that man? I thought he was someone else. I thought he was the strong, silent, intellectual type. Till I married him and found out he's just dumb. And the body, like a wet chuck superwire. The first time my husband got an erection, I called the police. The last time, and this is going back years, I got such a surprise I bundled him into the car and rushed him off to hospital. Needless to say, whatever the problem was, the doctor fixed it. We used to call it Willie. Now we call it won't. I don't mind. I never enjoyed sex much anyway. It always reminded me too much of ironing. You know, as soon as you've done it, it's wrinkly again. For a while there, we did kiss. It was making my chin dimpled. So after that, I just took my motion sickness pills and held on. Everything was usually all right, so long as I remembered to stop moaning in the right place. I tell you, the only thing our sex life achieved was it helped me find new cobwebs on the ceiling. So the last time my husband got a raise, I got a cleaning lady. Problem is, he still persists in trying. I think he wants to have kids. As proof. Talk about a blind man in a dark room looking for a black hat that isn't there. Anyway, so this morning he comes up to me wearing absolutely nothing but this stupid look. It said, "I mowed the lawn yesterday. How about it?" Well, I just laughed and laughed, because he didn't trim the edges. And I am sick of being used. So you know what I did? I clutched my throat like this. I rolled my eyes, I sucked in my cheeks, and I pretended to be dead. Because I find if you pretend to be dead just occasionally, people do appreciate you a lot more. Well, he thought I was trying to seduce him. Dived on top of me. Made long and passionate love for a few seconds on the floor. Disgusting. But I'll tell you what. There was a cobweb on the ceiling. Bloody cleaner.
Bonsoir mes amis, je m'appelle Jean-Paul Sartre et je viens de la belle France.
French
Take one. Hello, viewers. How you going? I'm Rapid Stan, the shoe repair man. That's because I'm capable of repairing or modifying any kind of footwear in a fraction of the time taken by any ordinary man. Could I have a shoe from the audience, please? They'll be ready Thursday.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Latin section. With couples number 11 and 32, please make their way to the dance floor.
That's us, Vanessa. Chuggas, Roger.
Sancho Fabini threw a backwards over his leg for that double pike reverse 12.
It's amazing what a bottle of Galliano and a six-pack of Heineken can do for your backbone, isn't it?
No, she doesn't drink.
Angela Phelps told me all about it. See that lump on her left buttock?
Yeah.
That's a hip flask full of vodka.
No. She told me it was a cyst. Bitch. Watch my tits, Ashcroft. God, those buzzies have got a mind of their own. While they're doing the bloody samba, feet are doing the foxtrot. She could at least try and keep them synchronised.
They should lose points for that, I reckon. And it's dangerous, they could put someone's eye out. I wouldn't like to be her partner. No, not me. No way.
Oh, Roger, you're feeling a little on the hard side tonight.
I beg your pardon?
Well, you feel much firmer than usual.
I am a man after all, Vanessa. Flesh and blood. A seething mass of Latin passion.
Roger, I'm talking about your hairdo.
Don't touch the hair, Vanessa.
Sorry. There we go, into the pivot, lovey.
Oh, I think we're going to win this one, no worries.
Oh, Struth, the judges aren't even looking at us, Roger.
No, I'm still walking that girl's boobies. We're never going to win the trip to Portmore Corridor. Mum's going to kill me.
Oh, get a hold of yourself, Roger. We're not done yet. You ever heard of the lambada?
It's a casserole, isn't it?
Oh, no, you dork. It's the latest dance craze that's sweeping the world as a sensation. Although I've heard the movie's a pile of crap.
You don't mean... the forbidden dance? I couldn't do the forbidden dance, Vanessa.
Oh, yes, you can.
Oh, no, I can't.
Oh, yes, you can.
Oh, no, I can't.
Oh, yes, you can. Woo!
Ooh. Oh,
Roger.
Yes, I can. Vanessa, I've got to get to the dressing room, Vanessa. Vanessa, don't do that, Vanessa. That's really embarrassing. Vanessa, don't.
Good evening. Here's a further news update. In tonight's news, failed Bangkok wheat crop causes Thai grain headache.
Blue heeler acquitted in sheepdog trials.
And Jesus Christ alive and producing Darren Hinch, claims ABC. But first, The latest nation to express regret for fairly poor behaviour during this troubled century is the Republic of France, which has apologised for wimping out of World War II, for turning the South Pacific into a radioactive bidet, and for unspecified sexual offences. We French don't like sex one little bit, confessed President Mitterrand, especially with each other. We made it all up to impress the boys at the bistro. The only thing we're good at are the big crusty breadsticks and bicycle pants. France has also apologised for the shocking table service, for shoulder pads on women, and for marrying Elle Macpherson.
Bullfighting. Hats were trampled and hearts were broken in the Australian bullfighting world today with the announcement of the forthcoming marriage between Maestro Matador Prince Alfonso Jesus Maria del Los Santos Tortilla Arriba Morticia e Gomez Fandango, a part-time meat packer from Manly, and the only daughter of the Duchess of Queen Street, Carmen Rutter, known to her friends as Lick, Sip, Suck. Miss Rutter, a media personality, was unavailable for comment beyond a Frencham-educated whoopee. She is believed to be the heir to a $300 million fortune in lingerie futures. Prince Fandango told a wet-lipped press that I have stuck enough beef in my time. Now I know where the action is. Best man, Alphonse A. Norm, a window dresser for Continental Salamis, revealed that the wedding would take place in St. Liberace's Barcelona and would attract the cream of Sydney society.
Oh, good luck, Carmen.
At last, I'm leaving the tawdry world of media behind. Oh, back to the picadors.
Good evening, 8 cents a day sports here. Terry Towling with another Big Gig Sports exclusive. There's an expectant hush over the crowd here at Elston-Wickerweena as we await the arrival of one of Australia's great sporting heroes, the man who put this country on the boxing map. Make him welcome, the champ, yeah! Champ. I love you too, champ, in a bloke-to-bloke sort of a way. Champ, what happened to the leg?
The kickboxing hasn't worked out, Terry.
What went wrong?
I couldn't fit the gloves on my feet.
Is that how you got hurt?
No, I was going fine to the 4th round when my chiropodist threw in the slipper. And then the other bloke put the boot in.
So you lost the fight?
No, I beat him to death with a golf club.
So that'll be about the end of your kickboxing career. I understand that you've now become an author.
No, both my parents are still alive. But I have written a book, Terry.
Yeah, it's an autobiography.
No, I wrote it myself. It's all about me and all the things I've done and all the things I've done to other people.
And what's it called?
Lord of the Rings. I made that up myself.
Very.
I think it will be the greatest book written since Cassius Clay wrote the ceramic verses. You know, Terry, a book is an incredibly hard thing to, what's it,
Right.
This one.
I'm not falling for that one again. Hang on, champ. So, champ, what you're saying is that you found it pretty hard to write.
Not when I took my gloves off.
Did you use a ghost writer?
No, but I thought I saw a cup move by itself.
Gee, where do you get your inspiration?
Mostly under the arms when I run along.
Do you model yourself on any of the great writers? I mean, what's your favourite book?
I think the blue one that stops the kitchen table wobbling.
Right, well, best of luck with your literary career. Can we look forward to a screen version of your life story?
Yes, Terry, there is going to be a TV miniseries. It will be called Rich Man, Poor Man. Saw Man.
Very nice. Well, who will be playing the part of you in Rich Man, Poor Man, Saw Man?
Well, actually, Meryl Streep will be.
If you can get the accent right.
Yeah, well, it sounds like a big hit.
Yeah. All right, then.
I like the twist at the end.
That's a knockout. And now 4 young men who have been described as doing for classical music what Attila the Hun did for civilization. Yes, they're very good with horses, and you can catch them in Melbourne at Prince Patrick on Thursday nights. Please welcome live here now on the big gig and breathing too, the Como String Quartet. Yay!
Whenever you're ready, Professor. Ah, an old MacDonald had a farm. And on that farm you had a cow. With a... There ain't no cow, boy. Listen to this. That's a cow. That's a bull. Ah, old MacDonald had a farm. And on that farm you killed a pig. Here, there, and here, there, everywhere. Well, MacDonald had a farm. And on that farm he killed a cockroach. With a... Well, old MacDonald found a wife. With a... Well, old MacDonald had a wedding party. Let's go. Here we go. All right, everybody with me. Here we go. Yeah, that's it. Here we go. Pasta, pasta. Pasta! Ha ha, sat. Do-si-do time. Here we go. He grabbed his partner by the hair and he swung her round and round. He swung her sideways, swung her up, and he dropped her on the ground. And up she jumped, huffing and puffing, her eyes began to glow. And fire flew from her fingertips, she rustled up her bow. Said, I'm sick of you, old MacDonald, so listen to what I say. Unpack my bags, I'm going to Georgia to hear the devil play. Old Nicholas there, fill in hand, he was looking pretty mean. He said,
I'll take your woman, you son of a bitch, because I'm the best there's ever been.
Charter flight 1915 is now ready for boarding. Call in and follow me.
For a break in my usual routine of practicing my squirrel grip on some of the Yankee airline pilots we've had out here lately with the metro milking techniques. And from the first-time flying nuns explaining to them that putting their bags under the seats for landing does not include pre-loved sick bags, I sometimes get rostered on charter flights. Wacko. Sometimes it's just because Daddy has booked a jumbo for Rebecca or Damien's 21st, and we fly over the Tasman for a few hours while tomorrow's Australians drop ecstasy or stick smoked salmon up their nostrils for sport. And sometimes the real stomach churner is when you've drawn the short straw for the Round Australia fact-finding, rape, loot and pillage pleasure tour with a roister of real estate agents. Barracuda teeth and tattooed laugh lines and creases in your trousers that could cut your throat. And we fly low over their sacred sites, Surfers' Paradise. And we peer through the fog of rotting coconut oil from the shadowed beaches at the concrete tombstones of the city of the living dead. And the boys and girls from the real estate agents who made it all possible finger their campaign medals, jingle, 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 and swap yarns. Shit, it was a battle getting those bloody trees out. I love the smell of concrete in the morning. Don't ever try to learn Japanese. Pissed. And the neck oil flows, but the mood turns pretty ugly over the rainforests. All those beautiful views, stuffed up by bloody nature running amok, with no bloody discipline, and all those poofter trees who won't stand up and be cut down in rows to put this country on the map in the boardrooms of Osaka and Zurich and Bonn. Oh, yes, that's right. But they break open another Bollinger, and they toast the old Brisbane line. You can flog anything north of the border in the good old days. And they mourn the death of their mates in the National Party. But there'll be another one along in a minute. And I hear their campaign company song in my ears. Screw 'em all, screw 'em all. The long and the short and the tall. But I'm not listening. I'm miles away. Because I'd rather be on the charter flight to Gallipoli instead with the old diggers, the real people. I saw them embarking. They were old when they left Australia, but when they get to Gallipoli, they'll be young again for a while. Younger than Australia will ever be again. There's an old woman in my street. She was a nurse back then. When she was my age, she was anguishing over broken bodies. My biggest worry is whether the kangaroos on the first-class tablecloth are the right way up. For that, I'm grateful. It's a pity the politicians got back in on the act. You know, I wonder if they'll drop the diggers on the wrong beach again. But it's back in time to hose the real estate agents back out of the plane and to bid them all farewell with a tattooed smile and a pre-loved sick bag tucked into every briefcase. You know, you couldn't drop those Australians on a beach. They'd run up a white flag and they'd sell the lot of us off. Happy landing.
I dominate my own advertising agency.
I coordinate my own casting agency.
I moonlight for an escort agency.
Before I handle a client, I check the demographics.
Before I handle a client, I check out their standing with equity.
Before I handle a client, I check them out with a torch.
I pulled off the big one, the Esso contract.
I pulled off the big one, the Peter Weir contract.
Do that. G'day, what's your name, mate?
Mark.
Mark, I'm Glenn. Mark, if you listen to this, inside this Ming vase, have a listen. What can you hear?
Oh, China Sea.
China Sea, very good. Do you know what else you can hear? I can hear Rennie Rifkin saying, let me out, let me out. I can also hear the late Sir Robert Menzies saying, help, help, help. Sorry, Robert, you have to stay in there, mate. I'll tell you something else, Dave. If you hold that, just hold that a second. If you rub that very, very hard, like that, go on, do that, you'll go blind. That's a fact, David. And that's what happened to these next 5 guys. Here they are, the 5 blind boys.
Jack, my name's Reg, but the blokes at the pub reckon I got a really dry sense of humour, so they call me Dry Reg.
On your heads, on your heads. And this week, we're not just the 5 blind boys, we're the 5 fat, black, crippled, lesbian prisoners of political conscience. From an East German children's hospital dance theatre workshop and women's refuge blind boys who have just escaped from the Queensland floods.
What is it, Ron? What's the matter, mate?
Where are my breasts? My breasts are gone. They're going down. They're going down. I'm breastless.
You haven't got breasts, mate.
What?
You haven't got breasts because you're a bloke.
I love you.
Great. Now, look, I tell you what, the blokes at the pub, they're real cheeky. I tell you what, they were saying to me, we seen your face on the big gig. I said, where? They said, there's Matt, and they're the empty sockets.
Wake up, people, wake up.
Wake the mother that's lying in her bed. Wake the little baby that's still suckling out her breast. Wake the father, wake the brother, wake the sister, wake them all.
Oh, shit.
Wake up, people, wake up. For he is the minstrel man, blessed with an angel's voice, rejoicing and singing aloud.
Oh, shit.
Wake up, people, wake up. Is he the rainbow's end?
No.
Is he a crock of gold?
No.
Is he a crock of shit?
No.
Is he a crockerberry?
Yes.
A crockerberry.
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 Crockerberry. Crockerberry. Crockerberry. Crockerberry.
Why are people so unkind? My brothers, I have arrived to prove it. I'm here. My brothers, I have been in the wilderness.
Love circuit.
Oh, I have sinned, my brothers. I believed in the Akka idol, Basil Mackenzie. I believed in the amber fluid. I believed in the rainbow colors of a Technicolor yawn.
Technicolor yawn.
The crystallization of a chunda.
Chunda.
No worries, mate. But I have been saved.
Saved.
Saved, I have been saved.
Saved.
I saw the light.
The light.
I saw the light.
The bloody light.
I saw the light. And it blinded me. And brothers, not only did it blind me, but I am deaf as well. I am blind and deaf. Am I talking? I know I gotta sing. Will someone beat me in?
I'll count you in there, Barry. Don't you worry about that. Where are you, mate? Where's your head gone? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Peace on you, brother.
Wait till I get a bit of distance away from you, mate.
Jesus loves the little children, or jockeys, all the little children of the world. Red and yellow. Yeah, black. Hey, dude, give me 5.
Yeah.
And white, they are precious in his sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. Everybody sing it now. Everything is beautiful in its own way. Like a starry summer night or a snowy winter's day. And everybody's beautiful in their own way. Under God's heaven, the world's gonna find a way. Sing it, my brother, sing it, sing it. Oh yeah.
There is none so blind.
There is none so blind.
Those who cannot see.
Who cannot see?
We must
I can see. I can see. I can see. No, I can't. Oh, everybody, put your hands in the air. Get your hands in the air. Have you got your hands in the air? Now do with your legs. Oh, yeah. I cannot see and I cannot hear, but I can feel. Let me feel the bra here. I mean my braille. Oh, yes. I'm feeling. Oh, that feels good. Oh, I'm feeling nice. Oh, I'm feeling. Oh, this feels. Oh, this gonna feel good. Oh, I love you. Away. That's when good neighbors become good friends.
Mr. Barry Crocker,
Good evening. Here's a final news update. In tonight's news, Power discovered not to be an aphrodisiac.
And Von Fork demands his money back. Oh! And Von Fork demands his money back.
But first, Australia has formally grovelled to the world at large for the distribution of misleading travel brochures. We claim to be a nation of lean, tanned individualists with taut buns and long white beaches, sobbed Prime Minister Hawke. But in fact, we're mostly fat white couch potatoes who have kissed a wide cross-section of asses from one end of the century to the next. Australia has also apologised for the rape of Bali, the Bee Gees, Alan Bond, Rupert Murdoch, and the sort of unnatural practices that make live sheep exports grateful to get out of the place. New Zealand's apology has been held over until the whiskey wears off. So, well done, Carmen. Hasta la vista. And he's a genuine Spanish prince.
And a war hero, too. In Vietnam, he penetrated further than any other man. I'd love you and Wayne to attend, but I know how busy you'll be with the little tyrant.
Oh, yes, and what happened to Mr. last week? The deputy director?
Oh, he threw himself under a tea trolley. Love has many casualties. It sounds so much better in Spanish. Alfonso has such a sensual lisp. Oh. Back to the barbecue.
Thank you. Well, the time has absolutely flown by again. It's almost time for us to go. But before we do, I think it might be nice if we dedicate this evening's programme to all the people who've suffered under the rain deluge that's happened all across Australia. We're thinking of you guys, and we know that you're thinking of us. So keep those letters flooding in. And in all seriousness, we are thinking of you. Just hang in there. We're sure it'll be all right in the end. And now you can catch The Bachelors from Prague this Sunday at ID's, right, guys? With special guests Vicky and Linda Bull. That's what it says in here, anyway. Here they are to take us out this evening, The Bachelors from Prague.
You might think you're pretty smart among your friends.
You might think there's no one else like you. Oh, please excuse
for interrupting your thoughts.
Let me pose a question for you. It doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what if you.
Is it everything gravity? You were prettier than her.
You thought you were something very special.
And now it all depends on how you look.
Which side, which angle must you take? It doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what if you.
Isn't everything
That's it, baby, come on.
think you're pretty smart among your friends.
He might think that there's no one else like you. Oh, please excuse
for interrupting your thoughts.
And let me pose a question for you. It doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what if you
isn't everything gravity.
You know, I was walking down the street the other day and I bumped into a friend of mine. I said, where you off to, baby? He said, I just gone down the milk bar to buy some chocolate. I said, oh, that's interesting. You know, I was just going down the milk bar myself to buy some milk. You know, we get some chocolate, get some milk, some tally-ho papers, baby. Back to my place. Roll them up, roll them up. Whip me, whip me, whip me. Wow, whip me.
There we go. It's the end of another show, and listen, here in the Big Gig, we're a very, very family-oriented show, so we'd like to say a special happy birthday to Denise Scott. Happy birthday, Denise. And also, Lana and Dwayne, who work on the Big Gig cameras and sound, they're getting married soon, so congratulations to you guys. And I'm most happy of all about not breaking this Ming vase the whole show, and I'm really thrilled.
How are you, Win? You're looking great.
Toby Jack. All right, mate?
I'm fine, mate. What's this, mate? Oh, so your mother's ashes.
Yeah, no,
I'll give it to Silent Neville. He's got the hands of a surgeon, mate.
Be careful.
Here you go. Lunch bell.
Sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Ming. I broke your vase. Good night, Australia.
This is the South Coast News, and I'm Paul Murphy. Is now a book. Why was Bobby Lim eating fish near the Ulladulla sewage outlet? What's the connection between Roy Emerson and the Bay of Pigs? What's the real relationship between Leonard Teale and Fergie? What's the Underpants Act? The South Coast News allows you to see what a community is like when inhabited solely by those famous on the screen, the stage and the paddock. This is the South Coast News, and I'm Paul Murphy, is now available at ABC shops, bookstores and by mail order on 008 02 3333.
George is having a midlife crisis.
You want to argue or you want to make love?
He's having trouble staying afloat.
On a scale from 1 to 10.
She was the most beautiful girl I had ever seen.
He's trying to see his way clear in the Blake Edwards classic comedy hit, 10.
I need the time to be alone.
Tonight, I spend with you.
With Dudley Moore, Bo Derek, and Julie Andrews.
Did you ever do a reverse bolero?
10, presented by John Hine, 8:30 Friday, ABC.
Good evening, I'm Kerry O'Brien. Tonight, the wicked stepmother, or is it now the heroic step-person? On Late Line, we take a look at step families. That's coming up straight after the news.
Good evening from the National Late Edition. Thank you for joining us. First tonight, the flood crisis in New South Wales and Queensland. The town of Nyngan in western New South Wales is virtually deserted tonight after one of the biggest airlifts in Australian history. Essential personnel and a handful of residents who chose not to leave are the only ones left in town after reinforced levees were breached by a wall of water. The town's not likely to emerge from the water for about a week. The river systems are still spewing destruction across the countryside, threatening other towns, including Forbes and Condobolin. At Forbes, there were some evacuations because of the flood waters, and many Condobolin residents have begun sandbagging in the face of the rising Lachlan. In southwest Queensland, it's a different story. The flood danger has eased slightly, and a planned evacuation of the township of Cunnamulla has been called off. The levees there are expected to contain the waters of the Warrego. Acting Prime Minister Paul Keating will tour the region tomorrow after talks with Queensland Premier Wayne Goss. The Liberal and National parties are back in coalition in Victoria after 43 years. It follows more than a year of negotiations between the Conservative parties. Those talks have resulted in a deal which will see the Nationals take 4 of the positions in a joint front bench and will stop one party from contesting a seat which the other party holds, a factor which created divisions at the last state election. Liberal leader Alan Brown says the deal will be a nail in the coffin of the Cain government. But the Premier describes it as the greatest mismatch since Primrose Dunlop said yes to Prince Lorenzo. Australia is to sell 50 of its old Mirage fighters to Pakistan in a deal worth $36 million. The aircraft have been mothballed at Woomera in South Australia since last year. The Prime Minister's paid tribute to the Turkish authorities for the help they've given to the Anzac pilgrimage. Speaking in the capital, Ankara, Bob Hawke said he also appreciated that the Turkish people now regarded the Australian soldiers buried at Gallipoli as sons of Turkey. Mr. Hawke leaves tonight by boat for the killing fields of 75 years ago.
When the sun rises over Anzac Cove tomorrow, it will shine down on thousands of Australian faces, just as it did on April the 25th, 1915. By the time the darkness has completely lifted here, the dawn service to mark the landing by Anzac soldiers 75 years ago will have ended. Visiting dignitaries, including Prime Minister Hawke and Britain's Margaret Thatcher, will then take